Good morning, everyone. I am Sujata, Junior Lecturer in Civics, Kasturba Gandhi Junior College for Women, West Maredpalli, Secunderabad. Today, I am going to discuss about forms of government, the another chapter, forms of government. So, in this chapter, the main objective of this lesson is to acquaint the student with the concept of government, their classification, various forms of government, what are their features, advantages, disadvantages of various forms of government. First, let me discuss about what is government. Without knowing that, we cannot understand the forms of government, what are merits and demerits, etc. So, according to Gettill, a government is a system to govern a political community. What is a government? Government is the system, okay, where that's established rules and regulations, okay, which are drafted by the people or people who are chosen, the representatives. Why the established system or established rules and regulations are important? To govern a political community. Govern means administration. In simple language, we can say to carry the day to day administration. What is a political community? Political community means the people who are residing in a particular portion of territory, administering by themselves. So, government is the system to govern a political community. So, this is defined by Gettill, a political philosopher. Now, how the word government is origin. The word government derives from the Greek verb gubernaculum, which means to steer with rudder. Okay, gubernaculum means steer. If you see the bus or car, okay, there is a steering. Okay, without steering, can bus move? No. So, we can compare this government as a steer of the state. So state is an abstract in nature. We cannot, anybody can see the state? No. So government is nothing but a group of population occupying a particular portion of territory, permanently reside over there, administering by themselves. Okay, through that population, through that government, through that governance, we can see the state. That means the state cannot move without the agency of the government. So we can see that comparing like a government is like a steer, okay, with rudder. And the political philosopher, Greek political philosopher Plato mentioned government is the ship of the state. Okay, what is a government? Government lays down the political power and it carried out with the with its organs, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. So people without government and supreme laws became unorganized and fall into anarchy. Okay, if there is no that, see, imagine we all the people are living in that society and there is no established rules and regulation, no government. Imagine how that society will be. Okay, it is unorganized, people left as a anarchic mass. Okay, anarchism, what is anarchism? Anarchism is might is right. Okay, those who are strong will survive. Weakened will be surprise. So government is very, very essential to govern the state. Hence, government is the most essential agency of the state. It established a minimum provisions for the people and maintaining peace and order. If there is no government, can we expect peace and order in the society? No. So government is very, very important to rule or to govern the political community so as to peace can be prevail and law and order can be maintained. Okay. Next, concept of government. Gardner explained that government is the agency or a machinery through which the collective will of the state of the people expressed and exercised. Okay, what is a concept? What is a government? Government is an agency or machinery. Okay, through which the collective will of the state. What is a collective will? That means the people's opinion of the state of the people can be expressed and with the majority will of the people, the government will formulated the laws and again implemented them so as to the government carry the day-to-day administration. Hence, peace prevails in the state. Peace prevails. Law and order can be managed, maintained in the state and society. Lasky says that government exists to carry out the purpose of the state. Okay, what he did described Lasky says that government exists. Why the government is existed? To carry out the purpose of the state. So for every state there are certain some purpose, the some aims and objectives. These aims and objectives of the state can be fulfilled and carried by the government. Okay. Next, classification of governments. Yes, we are discussed about what is a government, what is a meaning, okay, what is the concept of government and all. Okay. Now, let us see the classification of governments. Being distinguished by some general attributes. All the states are alike in their nature and all combine the same essential elements like population, territory, government, and sovereignty. Here, especially, states differ from one another in their organization, that is, the form and structure of their governments. The organization of state is its government. Okay, what is a government in another form? The organization of the state, how the state is organizing. What are their system? What are the established rules and regulations are drafted? Okay, that determine what is the government. Therefore, classification of states on the basis of government, which is an organization to express and realize the will of the state. Next, classification of governments. Greek political philosopher and the father of political science, Aristotle, classified the governments into various types based on the number of rurals and nature of the state. Before discussing that, okay, let me discuss very clearly about this. Aristotle classification of government is based on two principles. One is the number of persons. The number of persons who exercises supreme power. That is the location of sovereignty within the state. And the second principle is the purpose. What is the purpose? The good or bad. Okay? For which supreme power is wielded or ends for which is exercised. Okay? This is the basis, the classification of government by Aristotle. So, the Greek political philosopher, the father of political science, Aristotle classified government into different types, various types, based on the number of rurals and the nature of the state. Now, let us see the table how Aristotle classified the governments. One, number of rurals, rule in the general interest, rule in self interest, and what is a social group. So, as I said, he classified the government based on two important principles. One is that the number of rurals. Okay, see here, number of rurals. If the state is ruled by one, ruled by few, ruled by many. Okay, and the second point what we discussed, what is their purpose? Okay, if the purpose of the rural is for general interest, that means good. His purpose is good. Okay, so Aristotle gave the names of monarchy, aristocracy, and polity. If the purpose of the rural is rule in self interest, that means bad. Okay, it is for that he gave a name of tyranny, oligarchy, democracy. And what is the social group? If it is ruled by one, good form of government, Aristotle gave a name as monarchy. It is a bad form of government is tyranny. What is the social group? That is a king. Then if the number of rurals are few, so it is for good purpose. The purpose of the rural is good. It is aristocracy. Okay. If the bad, the purpose of the rural is bad. It is a self. If he rule the state into a self interest, then it is oligarchy. Okay. What is a social group? That means the power will be in the hands of very few. They are wealthy. The wealthy. The number of rurals are many. If it is a general interest, that is for selfless purpose, it is a polity. If it is a self interest, that is a democracy. So it is, what is the social group? It will be the poor. Okay. Here I wanted to give you a clear explanation about that is government by birth, government by wealth, government by number. Government by birth. That means it is a one man rule. It is monarchy or tyranny. Monarchy is a good form of government, whereas tyranny is a perverted form of government. Rule by wealthy. It is ruled by few people. So it is a good form of government is aristocracy. Perverted form of government is oligarchy. Okay. So the power will be in the hands of wealthy. Government by number, that means ruled by many. For that he gave a name as polity democracy, is a perverted form of government. So what is the number means is a poor. So government in the state could be constituted on the basis of birth, wealth and number. Okay, that means government in the state could be constituted on the basis of birth, wealth and the poor. The true spirit of the government is to promote not its own interest but those of the community of the state. Okay, what is the spirit of the government here? So government always has to promote the interest of the community, not its own interest. Okay, so here Aristotle classified the government in three types, that is monarchy, oligarchy and polity. In every government there is a revolution goes on, a cycle of rotation. Okay, so no government is self-sufficing. One man rule, which is unlimited monarch, which is against the principles of human equality. So the monarch means he has all powers are centralized. Okay, so there is no liberty to the people to question his authority. That means monarch will never allow the human equality. He will not give priority to the liberty, okay, and rights of the people. And what is aristocracy? Aristocracy is the rule of the few for the common good, but it is regenerated into oligarchy. Polity is the rule of many middle class for the good of all, but it gets perverted into democracy, which represents rule in favor of the many poor. So, Aristotle believes in the mixture of the democracy and oligarchy to create polity. Here you understand? So, Aristotle classified the government into various types. Okay, but he believes in the mixture of the democracy and oligarchy to create polity, a middle way between them where he finds the cure of the evils of various governments. He felt that that is the best government where population is controllable, constitution is a sovereign and territory is free from external supremacy. Okay, that is Aristotle's classification of governments. Modern governments. Modern governments are classified based on the nature of exercise of powers. How the modern governments are classified, ma? The modern governments are classified based on the nature of exercise of power. Okay. Now let us see how the classification of modern governments. The modern governments are classified firstly into two types, that is despotic government and democratic government. Democratic government again limited monarchical governments. In the limited monarchical governments are classified into unitary form of government and federal form of government. Unitary government again classified into parliamentary and presidential form of government. In the limited monarch, the second type of the government is federal government. This federal government again classified into parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. Next here, democratic governments. Then democratic governments again, there are republican governments. In the republican governments are classified into unitary government and federal governments. Unitary government again classified into parliamentary and presidential. In the federal government again it is classified into parliamentary government and presidential form of government. So what is, first let us see what is despotic government. Despotism is a form of government in which single entity rules with absolute power. Okay, that means the supreme power of the state will be vested with hands of one person, that is single entity. He rules with absolute power. Absolute means undoubted. Okay, his power is unlimited, absolute. Okay, nobody can question his authority. There is no other question of existing other authority in the state. Okay, so despotism is a form of government in which single entity rules with absolute power. Example, monarch. Okay, then what is democratic governments? Here, Healy says that democratic government means which everyone has a share. Okay, that means it is a government which all the people participate in the decision making and it is run as per the aspiration of the groups. Okay, the main objective of the democratic government is equality. Okay, so despotic government, in other words, one in which power is vested in a single person who uses his power according to his own will. And the democracy, according to the Shile, it is a form of government which everybody has a share. Okay. So in another way, in another meaning, we can say that democratic governments means the sovereign power is vested with the masses of the people. Okay. Next, limited monarchical government, which means the monarch is a mere constitutional ruler. He does not possess the real authority, though everything is made in his name. Okay, limited monarchical government means is a mere constitutional ruler. That means according to the constitution is a ruler, head of the state. Okay, everything is a real, he does not possesses the real authority. So constitutionally he is a head of the state, he is a monarch, but is really realistic wise it is he is not a real authority. Okay, somebody exercises the power and okay, but everything is made on his name. So which is called limited monarchical governments. Now what is republican governments? The person having a supreme power is elected directly or indirectly by the people. Okay, republican governments means if the head of the state is elected by the people either directly or indirectly, okay, for a prescribed period. So then it is called as a republican governments, okay. And limited monarchical governments and the republican governments both are classified into unitary and the federal. So how these two governments are classified? So the government is classified into unitary and federal governments based on the division of powers between the central and the states. Okay, division of powers between the central government and the provincial governments or state governments. Okay, the governments were classified into unitary and federal. Okay, next, these unitary and federal governments both are classified into again two forms of government, that is parliamentary government and presidential form of government. Okay, and what is the basis for the division of government into a parliamentary and presidential? On the basis of the relationship between the legislature and the executive. Okay, on the basis of the relationship between legislature and the executive, governments are classified into two types, that is parliamentary government and presidential government. What is a presidential government? If there is a relationship between legislature and the executive, or else executive is a part of the legislature and they are answerable to the legislature, then it is called as a parliamentary form of government. If there is no relationship between the legislature and the executive, okay, this is called as presidential form of government. Okay, the modern classifications of the government. So here I wanted to mention about very important points like what is a despotic government. It is a form of government in which single entity rules with absolute power. Example, monarch. What is a democratic government? It is a form of government which everyone has a share. Limited monarchy. The monarch is a mere constitutional ruler. He does not possess the real authority, though everything made in his name. Republican government. The person having supreme power is elected directly or indirectly by the people. Thank you.